10 Best Picks presents the top 10 best drawing tablets. Starting at number 10. Wacom Cintiq 16. While not as affordable as some of its rivals from XP Pen and Huion, the Wacom Cintiq 16 Creative Pen Display, Wacom's 2019 entry-level tablet, is still much more attractively priced than many of its expert-oriented siblings. In the entry-level market, it also has a trick up its sleeve in the form of the Wacom Pro Pen 2, which tops out at 8,192 levels of sensitivity, beating many similarly priced tablets. In our Wacom Cintiq 16 review, we found a lot to like about this device, especially its gorgeous display that shows off all the hallmarks of Wacom quality. It's really encouraging to see Wacom entering the new user space with a price point to match, and the Cintiq 16 is a welcome example of a Wacom tablet that doesn't require absolute fistfuls of cash to acquire. This is a fantastic entry point for any designer. The display is 15.6 inches diagonally and has a screen resolution of 1920 x 1080. It has a TFT liquid crystal display and, rather than an etched glass screen, this one has an anti-glare textured overlay. The on-screen feel is a very personal choice, and if you love that sliding on glasses feel that you get with Pro models and the iPad Pro, this model is not for you. It might not be as bright as the Cintiq Pro, but it certainly didn't feel like an issue in normal studio working conditions. It has a color gamut of 72% as opposed to 94% as stated for the Cintiq Pro and the Artisil D16 pen display. That's certainly going to put a certain group of user off, perhaps pro photographers or those working in the higher end of the design market. There are flip-out legs on the rear of the Cintiq, which allow you to work at a 19-degree angle. As with the larger and Pro model, there is no stand, but Wacom has created one for this range. There are no express keys on this model, and Wacom doesn't include the express key remote, but it is compatible. The Pro Pen 2 has always delivered in terms of sensitivity and build quality. As with most pens in the Wacom family, you don't have to charge them, and that can be said for close competitors like the Huion Kamvas and, of course, any of the Apple Pencils. Huion has started giving out 2 pens with the latest models, which would help, but a chargeless pen will always be the gold standard. At number 9. Huion H430p. If you're not sure whether a drawing tablet is something you'll use regularly enough to justify the cost, the second Huion tablet on our list, the Huion H430p, gives you all the basics without requiring a big investment. The drawing area is small, yes, but the pen is sensitive enough to give you a true sense of the creative benefits drawing tablets can bring. It may not take long before you outgrow this tablet, but it's a very affordable way to get started. When the tablet arrived, I couldn't help but awe at the branded box. When I received my first Huion tablet a few years ago, it came in a very simple brown cardboard box with the company logo on it. I'm not sure what I was expecting when I unboxed this newer tablet, but the little crocodile made a good first impression already. Inside the box came the quick start guide, the pen, 7 extra pen tips, pen tip changer, the pen tablet, and a circular sheet with the link to Huion's official website. After doing some research online, I did manage to find a solution to this problem. All I had to do was open up the pen tablet program and click the administrator privileges button. Then once I opened Sci, I was able to work on it with no problem. This has to be done every time after you turn on your computer since it resets every time you turn it off. I am unsure if this is a common issue with this tablet or if there is another way to fix it, but this is the way I was able to solve the issue. Number 8 of my list. Wacom Intuos Pro. When you're creating artwork, you want room to sketch freely and a pen that feels as close as possible to the paper equivalent. You'll find both in the Wacom Intuos Pro Large Graphics tablet. It's one of the purest drawing experiences you can get from a digital device. The pen provides over 8,000 levels of pressure sensitivity and a drawing area that, while it's not the biggest available, gives you more than the area of a magazine to play inside. All this is supported by Wacom's broad ecosystem of alternative pens and texture sheets to give your drawing surface a distinctive feel. The Wacom Pro Pen 2 is incredibly responsive but feels slightly too sensitive with the default settings. Once set up, it does provide a very natural feel when drawing concept designs, texture painting and sculpting, and it performed well in Photoshop CC, Painter, Mary, Maya and ZBrush during testing, although that was after a few hours of getting used to it. There is very little noticeable lag, which can be a problem with cheaper tablets, and the pen is comfortable in your hand for long stints, providing superb pressure responsiveness and giving you innate control and precision for detailing. Tilt recognition and 8,192 levels of pressure come into play the more you use it, and the levels are a noticeable gain compared to cheaper tablets on the market. Being 13, 2x8, 5x0, 3 inches and lightweight, it's ideal for freelancers on the go, and the battery life is reasonable, allowing for a full day's work. Coming at number 7. Wacom DTC 133W0A1. Wacom's newest tablet, launched at CES 2020, the confusingly named Wacom One is an excellent and portable 13-inch tablet at an extremely competitive price point, no doubt designed to tempt users away from cheaper brands like XP Pen. Its Full HD display provides 72% NTSC color and an anti-glare treated film, and the tablet even comes with little legs for standing up when you're out and about and want to quickly get some ideas down. An ideal tablet to slip into your day bag, the Wacom One provides a great drawing experience without costing the earth. When opening the packaging for the Wacom One, I was relieved to see that Wacom still puts effort into its packaging. Everything I needed was accessible and available. However, there are still cables. This is both good and bad. Bad because who wants to mess with cables in this Wi-Fi world? The Wacom One needs 3 to connect to a computer, 1 for USB, 1 for HDMI and 1 for its own power, the latter of which is annoying. The good point about cables, however, is it means the device doesn't draw power from a laptop, which is the case for iPad solutions. On both Mac and Windows, the Wacom One was plug and play. Wacom haven't skimped on dongles for the lower price. There are USB-C adapters included for both the HDMI and USB cables, which meant that the Wacom One worked with no additional dongles needed for my 2 test computers. At number 6. Huion H610 Pro V2. The Huion H610 Pro V2, you may have noticed, is much more affordable than many of the tablets featured on this list already. With this in mind, you might expect it to be a bit of a cheap, flimsy and unserious option, but Huion make great tablets and this is no exception. The big, immediately obvious difference is that the H610 Pro V2 does not have a screen. In order to see what you're drawing, you'll have to use the USB connections to hook it up to your PC, Mac, or Android device. This can take some getting used to, but the drawing experience of the H610 really is great, with a highly sensitive surface and a comfortable, battery-free stylus. Your every movement is rendered with incredible accuracy, and at this price, that's very commendable indeed. Along the top of the tablet's work area, you'll find 16 soft keys that can also be customized to your liking. The pen also has 2 press keys which can be customized. The installation guide will walk you through the process of customizing your keys. Huion makes it as easy as possible to streamline your creation process so that you can get your vision onto your digital canvas. In addition to Android, which we discussed earlier, the H610 Pro V2 is compatible with Windows 7 or later and Mac 10, 11 or later. It also works with most major creative software programs, including Photoshop, Corel Painter, Illustrator, Clip Studio, Manga Studio, GIMP, ZBrush, Krita and more. Along with the tablet, stylus and pen holder, Huion also includes a mini USB cable, 8 pen nibs and a quick start guide to get you through the setup process. You should be able to take your tablet out of the box, plug it in, install the drivers, and get to work. You won't have to wait 2 hours or more for your pen to recharge either. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Halfway of my listed number 5. Microsoft Surface Book 3. One of the latest of Microsoft's impressive laptop-tablet hybrids, the Surface Book 3 is very clearly a premium product from the moment you take it out of the box. Its build quality is gorgeous, and the display looks exceptional. Once you add the highly impressive Surface Pen to the equation, then you've got a fantastic drawing tool that'll synergize beautifully with any Windows workflow you already have going. If this isn't quite enough display for you, there's also a 15-inch version, though this of course jacks the price up still further. Though the Surface Book 3 is identical in many ways to the Surface Book 2 and the 2 to the original, the Surface Book line itself is unique. There are plenty of tablet laptop hybrids out there, but most, like the excellent HP X360, are laptops at heart that allow you to fold the keyboard behind a display, making it a tablet. Others, like Microsoft's Surface Pro and Apple's iPad Pro lines, take powerful tablets and let you clip on keyboards. A clamshell laptop with a detaching display is exclusively Surface Book territory. It works well, though there are trade-offs. The most conspicuous one is visual, the fulcrum hinge that connects the laptop base to the screen. I personally like it, as distinguishing features like it are rare in laptops, but many will find it a turn-off. And since the display is also a fully functioning tablet, with its own components and battery, it's much thicker than a standard laptop's. There are also small performance sacrifices. The Intel i5 and i7 chips used, because they live in the tablet rather than the base, are 15W rather than the standard 45W versions. This isn't a huge deal, but it does mean performance will be slightly inhibited for certain tasks. More rankling, the speaker is also inside the tablet. Not only is it softer than my entry-level 2017 MacBook Pro, even my phone's speakers are louder. Coming in at number 4 of my list. Huion Kamvas Pro 24. Huion refreshed its lineup in 2020 with the swanky new Kamvas range of drawing tablets, and the Kamvas Pro 24 is the top of the line. Despite being more reasonably priced than big-ticket tablets like the iPad Pro 12.9, it's got pretty serious specs, with a 1440p QHD display that looks utterly fantastic. Its colors are punchy, its details are tack-sharp. It's quite simply a joy to behold. The drawing experience on the Kamvas Pro 24 is immensely satisfying thanks to the supplied stylus with 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity. You've got a big, satisfying space to work on, and the tablet covers 120% of the sRGB color gamut, able to display 16.7 million colors and ensure your image is always rendered with perfect accuracy. This is, of course, a brand new tablet, so it's generally for sale at full whack, and the asking price is pretty hefty. For the same amount you can get of the multifunctional tablets on our list, so it may be worth asking yourself if you want to drop that kind of cash on something that's so specialized. However, this is one of the best drawing experiences going right now. The pen display came in a huge zipped bag. The stand has to be fixed on by yourself. Here are the microfiber cleaning cloth, artist glove, quick start guide, a card with links to where you can download the driver, and a thank you card with details on how to contact Huion support. Power brick and cable. You get to choose the which plug if you're getting from Huion's online store. At number 3, XP Pen ARTIST 15. 615. 6-inch. All the basics you could want from a pen display are covered by the XP Pen Artist 15. 6. A reasonably sized drawing area, a comfortable pen with plenty of sensitivity levels, and a good screen. You don't get quite the attention to detail or the advanced ecosystem of extras that Wacom provides, and the offset between the stylus tip and the on-screen cursor takes some getting used to, but this remains a pen display that can transform your digital creativity without breaking the bank. Hands down, one of the best cheap drawing tablets, though if budget is a real issue for you then you may want to consider. At the time of writing, the XP Pen Artist 15. 6 Pro is available for a very reasonable $399.99, making it cheaper than the Cintiq 16, currently $650, and considerably cheaper than the Apple iPad Pro 11, which starts at $799 for the 11-inch display, plus $95 for the Apple Pencil on top. Considering that the XP Pen Artist 15. 6 Pro comes with a built-in stand, replaceable screen covers, a glove and a considerable number of spare nibs, all of which would cost extra with a Cintiq, the price is an attractive selling point. The 15. 6 Pro's USB connection cable allows you to both connect the display and draw power with the same cable. You don't need to attach it to an AC adapter. It can even be run from an external power bank, which adds to its portability. Durability-wise, the 15.6 feels lighter than the Cintiq 16, which is a plus, but it also feels slightly less durable than the Cintiq 16. Heavy-handed artists may find that the screen distorts both when pressing down onto the screen and on the edges if you're near them, but the majority of people will be fine. The tablet runs silently. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Coming at number 2, Apple iPad Pro 12.9. Apple refreshed its exception iPad Pro 12.9 for 2020, and now this class-leading tablet performs better than ever thanks to its new A12Z Bionic chip with an 8-core graphics engine. Drawing with the Apple Pencil, which you do unfortunately need to pay extra for, is a sublime experience, and there are loads of little intuitive touches to make the artist's life easier, like automatically charging the pencil when it's attached to the magnetic storing strip at the top of the tablet. The Apple Pencil is also tremendously accurate and just feels right, with a pitch-perfect pressure sensitivity curve. All this tech doesn't come cheap, of course, but if you've got the cash for it, the iPad Pro 12.9 is a drawing companion like no other. The 12.9-inch iPad Pro had a release date of March 25. It starts at $999 for 128 GB of storage. You can upgrade to 256 GB for $1.099, 512 GB for $1,299, or 1 TB for $1,499. Upgrading from Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi Plus Cellular costs $150. The iPad Pro does not include the Apple Pencil or a keyboard. The Magic Keyboard costs $349, and the Apple Pencil costs $129. Check out our iPad deals page for the latest sales and discounts. The iPad Pro 2020 is practically identical to its predecessor, and that's not a bad thing. This 12.9-inch slab is almost all screen, with narrow bezels on all 4 sides, rounded corners and an ultra-slim profile. And number 1. Wacom Cintiq 22. For our money, the balance of a huge drawing area, a sublime drawing experience, a highly sensitive stylus and a budget-friendly price makes the Wacom Cintiq 22 the best drawing tablet on the market right now. It comes bundled with the Pen Pro 2, offering a class-leading 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, and its well-engineered screen has an anti-glare surface that provides a satisfying level of drag when drawing. Cheaper alternatives are available from other manufacturers, but this tablet provides Wacom level of quality at a tremendous price. The Cintiq 22's screen surface is well considered. The anti-glare glass surface is laminated to give it a slight texture, which gives a pleasing sense of bite as you move the stylus across it. The technology that enables the Cintiq 22 and similar drawing displays to work means there are 2 planes you interact with: the glass you draw on and the actual screen presenting the image you're drawing. Too great a gap between the 2 leads to a disconcerting disconnect between the point of your stylus and where your pen mark appears on screen. The Cintiq 22's gap is perfectly acceptable, although you don't get the almost supernatural sense of connection the advanced optical bonding technology of a Cintiq Pro gives you. The provided stylus, the Wacom Pro Pen 2, is easily capable of capturing your creative gestures. It offers 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, as well as tilt sensitivity, where the angle at which you hold the pen affects the stroke. The stylus doesn't need a battery either. It takes the power it needs from the electromagnetic properties of the screen. The same is true of the pen that comes with the rival Huion Kamvas Pro 22, but the cheaper XP Pen Artist Display 22e Pro's pen requires periodic recharging. While there are other Wacom pens available, few artists should have any complaints with the functionality of the Pro Pen 2, and it has a satisfying heft that makes it comfortable to draw with. The Cintiq Pro line comes with the same pen, although the Pro's advanced drawing surface allows the use of soft felt nibs. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, share this video and hit the like button.